Good morning to everyone. How are you doing? It is wonderful Wednesday morning here in Team Effort Network. How are you all doing? We have a beautiful day here on the East Coast. As you know, yesterday we got about maybe 7 to 10 inches of snow, and most of it has melted away. It is a beautiful day here on the East Coast. It's still about 28 degrees. But it's a beautiful sight when you go outside. The skies are blue, the land is, the grass is all white, and the sun is shining. So it's a pretty day here on the East Coast. How is everyone doing? I know that you are doing some wonderful things this day. Woke up this morning with a good attitude. I know you did, because a good attitude means you're going to have a good day. Let's get it started right. You started off right. It's going to end up right. That's right, family. When you have down into the Team Effort Lifestyle Call, where you will hear things that will move you from fact to faith to action. We are all getting ready for our one-year birthday celebration in towards Las Vegas, Nevada. Can't wait to get there. Family, this is your host, Pastor Denise McDowell, along with my business partner, One Star, Pastor Del Wafer. Family, the line is open. Who's with me this morning? Give me your name and where you're calling in from.
Mama Ify. Mama Ify, Los Angeles, California. Good morning, my young lady.
Good morning from Los Angeles, California. How are you this morning?
I'm blessed like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yes, you are. I like that, girl. You are blessed indeed. Thank you for being here this morning.
Thank you.
And Miss Thelma, I hear you, Miss Thelma. How are you this morning, lady?
It's a beautiful day here.
Yes, it is indeed. It's a very gorgeous day. We're looking at some beautiful white snow that's covering everything, but that pretty sun shining on top of it is making it a beautiful day indeed. Yes, it is. Good to hear you this morning.
Thank you. Great day.
You're so welcome. Keep coming. Who else is with us this morning?
Sandy Goins, Springdale, Maryland.
Hey, Miss Sandy. How's it going, Sandy?
Good morning. All is well. God is good.
All the time. All the time. Good to hear you this morning.
Thank you so much. Good to hear you as well.
You're welcome, Sandy. Keep it coming, family. Who else is with us? Introduce yourself. Where are you calling in from?
Oh, I'm sorry. You talking to me?
Yeah, sure. I'm talking to you. What's your name?
Sorry. Oh, my name. I'm sorry. I just got on. My name's Cliff Smith.
Have you said Cliff?
Yes, ma'am. Cliff Smith.
Hi, Cliff. How are you? Where are you calling from, Mrs. Smith?
I'm calling from Hampton, Virginia.
Wow. Hampton, Virginia. You know what, Mrs. Smith, I think you may be the first one calling from Hampton, Virginia.
Well, I came actually from St. Louis.
Uh-oh. Well, that's St. Louis team just all over the place, aren't they? I mean, you're connected with that Vicky Soto, aren't you?
Yes. I'm going to try
to...
I'm trying to be it everywhere.
There you go, Mr. Smith. There you go. And you can make it happen. You got a winning team.
Yeah. I've met some good people.
Yes, sir. Well, thank you for joining us this morning. Good to hear you.
Thank you.
Well, welcome, family. This is the Team Effort Lifestyle Call. Who else is with us this morning? Here to yourself.
Jesse Bowden.
Cincinnati, Ohio. Gregory Marshall.
Uh-oh, Dayton, Ohio's in the house. Mr. Marshall, I know you're excited about that Friday and Saturday.
That's right. Sure am.
Oh, y'all going to blow it up this weekend.
We'll blow it wide open.
And Mr. Jesse Bowden, Mr. Executive Founding Member, I hear you calling in from the Pentagon this morning. How are you, sir?
Outstanding, Pastor Denise. Definitely calling from work, so I got to keep it down today.
I know. We're not going to get you in trouble. Thank you for tuning in, Jesse.
Oh, you're welcome.
The conference is now in presentation mode. Your line is muted.
Each and every one of you for dialing in, and a special welcome to Mr. Smith calling in, our first caller from Hampton, Virginia. Welcome. Part of that Kentucky team with Vicky Soto and Mr. Marshall's on getting ready for the big event that's taking place this weekend in Dayton, Ohio, with Denise Moore and Vicky Soto, and our very own Pastor Dell is flying into town to really, get it up and going, to share the great word, to share the good news of what's happening here on Team Effort Network. And as you hear, as you're dialing in each and every day, you're hearing some phenomenal things in regard to the sprays and the importance of these vitamin sprays, the 10 vitamin sprays to your body, the power of the ingredients that's in each and every spray, and how they're helping us. I shared my story yesterday, and I don't care how many times I share it, how many times I talk about it, I still get choked up after hearing my own testimony, because when you've been sick for so long, and all of a sudden that sickness is just gone, that's just something you will just always be thankful for. You just think about it. You'll try to wrap your mind around it, because I'm telling you, when you just face the sickness for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years, and it's just, pretty much robbed your life. It's taken your strength and your energy, and it's taken your fun away from your kids, and it's sucked up your money. And then all of a sudden, when that's gone, it's time to celebrate. That's something that you just will never, ever stop celebrating. And that's what we're offering here at Team Effort Network, the lifestyle to celebrate the abundant life that we are supposed to live. We should be healthy always. We should always be healthy. And we should be wealthy, because it's given to us. It's God's desire that we prosper, that we be in health, even as our soul prospers. And I'm just grateful, and I will ever be thankful and grateful for Melanie McGill, for having a heart for family. It was all about their family. Their family thought of these sprays. And the results that they got from the sprays, they said they couldn't keep it to themselves. They knew they had something in their hands that the world needed. And now we have it in our hands. And all we have to do is be the voice. Go out there and share. Share your story. Share your testimony. Help somebody get healthy. Help somebody get better. Get somebody off of those medications that they're taking, and give them a better life to live. And that's what we have here. Well, I want to stop here and bring on my business partner, One Star, Pastor Joe Wafer. Pastor Joe, are you there, sir?
I'm here. Good morning.
Well, good morning. Top of the morning to you, sir.
Yeah, same here. Good to hear some new exciting voices on the call today. Always awesome to hear these new people celebrating this company and what this company is doing. So, we got people popping in all over the place. It's going to be an amazing weekend, with the events that's going on here and going on in Dayton, Ohio. Really excited about people sharing those stories, because it's sharing the stories that's causing people to pay attention and also be able to, get back their health. And so it's a great thing, as you talked about your, testimony yesterday. It's a great thing to see somebody when they've been sick, and see somebody when they've been, made well because of the different choices that they've made. And that's the great thing, guys, is that we're giving people choices. We're giving people an opportunity to make a choice for their health, make a choice for their wealth by being with Team Effort Network. And you are an ambassador of good health and good wealth.
Amen. Amen, Pastor Dale. So are you ready this weekend for Dayton, Ohio?
I am ready to rock and roll. This is going to be an exciting weekend. I've never been to Dayton on business before, and I haven't been to Dayton in probably 20 years, so maybe even longer than that. So, I'm looking forward to going to Dayton and rocking and rolling. Denise Moore and her team there is getting everything together. They rock and rolling. And talk to Vicky. She's excited. She's ready. We're going to be meeting there, and she's going to be making things happen as well. So it's going to be a great weekend.
Great weekend. It's going to be a powerful weekend, because while you're rocking it there, we're going to be rocking it here. So we're going to keep hometown going as well. And as you know, Executive County member Maureen Murphy Smith has set up a big event for this Saturday. So we're going to be knocking that out of the ball still on Saturday. And we're going to come back on the 28th at the Greenbelt Marriott to keep it going as we build up to the big event, to the big 10 extravaganza that's taking place on March the 14th. I get so excited when I think about that day. That's just going to be a wonderful weekend. I'm just imagining how it's going to be watching everyone walk across stage and being acknowledged and receiving rewards. And then all of a sudden, boom, the new product exploded. I can't wait. Can't wait to hear what that new product is going to be. I'm excited about that. Well, I'm going to calm down for a second because I want to bring on this powerful woman here who comes on the call with us every Wednesday and just share some amazing stories and her knowledge and her passion, her love with what she do, and that's in helping people to stay healthy and to be educated on the vitamin sprays and how these vitamin sprays help in so many different ways, and how you can benefit from taking the vitamin sprays, and also for sharing them with everyone else. And her husband, who's just passionate about the sprays, we have a wonderful time having him on the call as well. Mr. Chris Day, used to play with the Green Bay Packers. I tell you, Chris, if you listen, we were cheering for you all guys this year. We were cheering for the Green Bay Packers this year, but anyway, that's over. But he's just as passionate about the vitamin sprays, and he's a voice for the company as well. But he has allowed his wife to come with us every Wednesday to share the beauty of 10 full vitamin sprays. So let us welcome to the call Miss Shkina Day. Are you there, dear?
I'm here. How you doing?
I'm doing great today. Doing great. How are you?
I'm doing wonderful. Just left the gym. I'm doing good.
Oh, you're pumped. I mean, you're pumped. You're ready to go.
Yeah, I'm ready to go.
Well, lady, what you going to share for us today? I know we talked about a couple of things last night, but I want you to go ahead and lead this and just go ahead and do what you do.
Okay. So today I'm going to talk briefly about a couple of different things, but they're all linked together. I first want to start out with talking about cigarettes and tobacco use. And this has become a major problem in the U.S. and across our country, even across the nation as a whole, to the point where you're having so many people starting to smoke, even young kids starting at an early age when they're in high school, they're smoking. And a lot of people, they're smoking because they're in a stressful situation, whether it's at home, whether it's at school. There's so many factors that come into play when people begin smoking or doing things that are not beneficial to them. But tobacco basically is the single largest preventable cause of death in the U.S. Now, knowing that this can be prevented, but we have to take action and teach people and teach our young children, not to form these bad habits that cause so many issues and cancer and diseases in our bodies. Over 480,000 Americans die every year because of smoking and because of the use of tobacco. And then 41,000 of deaths occur every year just by the secondhand smoke alone. So even people, they're smoking, but guess what? It's being released into our environment. So people walking by, we're breathing that, that's getting into our systems. And that's a major problem. Of course, we have to also take in consideration, okay, we're smoking, but we're also causing damage to somebody else's life. We're also causing a threat to someone else's life. And to me, that's kind of like a homicide. You're smoking, but I'm breathing in the toxins and everything that you're smoking. That's a problem. I have a problem with that. I have a major, major problem with that. And especially with my children, so those are the things that we have to, educate people about. I know it's sometimes we go through things in life that sometimes we can't even deal with, or we end up forming bad habits, whether it's binge eating, whether it's smoking, whether it's drinking. All of these things cause a major effect on our bodies, even more so to the point where it's causing more issues than the one that we're trying to actually deal with. Also, $289 billion a year is spent on smoking-related illnesses. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money when, and that's a lot of money that this tobacco industry is making. If all of these issues are occurring and people are steady buying, they're always buying, and they're making a killing. But guess what? They're basically assisting in, the cancer and the diseases. They're pretty much helping you kill yourself. if you're taking a part of this, but we have to realize that, okay, these industries are out here to make money. So they're not concerned about the different causes and effect that it may play down the line. As long as you're purchasing and buying, from them, that's all that matters. But we have to take authority over our lives and say, okay, no, we can't allow this to happen. We're going to have to take our health back. We got to stay healthy. These are the things that we have to do. We have to take care of our bodies. We have to eat right. We're going to spray, consistently, make sure we're getting 98% or 100% of the vitamins and nutrients that we actually need. So that's a major problem that we're having in the U.S. is with this tobacco use. And 18% of Americans smoke in the U.S. 18%. And usually, a study show that usually when the smokers are the age of 25 to 44, that's the largest age range where most people are smoking during that age range, 25 and 44. Guess what? You're out of school. You may have difficulty finding a job. You may go through the ups and downs of life. And then they turn to smoking, and then it becomes a habit, and that habit is hard to break. So, that's something that we have to educate people on. This is not good for you. I know this is a habit. I know you seem like you can't stop, but there's other things that you can actually do to help stop what you're doing, to help. There's a better way, and one thing is by exercising. I had a friend, and they used to smoke, and they started working out. And the more they worked out, the less they said, okay, well, I'm not smoking anymore. I'm not going to smoke, because I know it's bad for me. But every time they got that urge to smoke, they would actually go work out. They would work out. And the more they started doing that, the less they started smoking. So the point, this day, it's been a year since they smoked. You know what I'm saying? So those things right there can actually help, but you have to have the willpower to say, okay, I can do this. I can do whatever I put my mind to. It doesn't matter what it is. You can do it. Also, cigarette smoke, tobacco use, all of that plays a major part in testosterone in men, and also it also affects libido in men and women. So basically, if you're a smoker, you may have a decrease in libido, and that's something that you may not recognize, but studies show that this is proven, that there has been a decrease in that, due to the tobacco use and all of that. But one thing that we do have is B-Boost. B-Boost can help in that. Why can it help? What smoking does, it basically, you're smoking. So you're causing your arteries to become smaller because you're having all that build up of nicotine in your arteries, in your arterial walls. So what B complex or your B vitamins, your B3, 6, and your B12, especially your B12, this is what it does. It basically helps improve your circulation and boost your energy. So that's how it actually helps with the testosterone or the libido, increased libido in your body, because it's helping that circulation. The cause is if there's no sexual stamina, it's because there's not strong blood flow throughout your body or throughout your circulation. So in order to have that, increased libido or, increased sex drive, you want to actually increase your blood flow. How do you do that? Well, one way we have a product you can do that is by B-Boost. B-Boost can actually help you improve that circulation. Also, with diet and exercise. Exercising will increase that blood flow. When you're exercising, your heart rate is getting up, you're getting stronger. You may be breathing hard. After a while, when you first start off, it might be difficult, but eventually it will get easier and easier and easier to a point where as soon as you start feeling that blood flow, you're feeling more energetic. You have more energy, an increase of energy. So that also helps. I had a client this morning that I met at the gym, and, she said it's been a while since she's actually worked out. And, she worked out this morning. I had her do a few things, and, she was like, I feel great. I really feel good. I really feel, at first, the beginning of the workout, she was like, I'm going to bed after this. you know. But as we got through the workout, she was like, okay, I feel so energetic right now. You know, I don't think I can go to sleep when I get home. And that's the benefit of that. And the B Boost will help with that as well. Also, nitric acid basically replenishes the blood with oxygen, but free radicals in the body destroy that nitric acid or that nitric oxide production. So if you're having free radicals in the body, and remember, how do you get free radicals in the body? From the environment, from pollution, from smoking, from the things that we're eating. All of those things come into play when free radicals are present in the body. So the free radicals actually destroy that nitric oxide production. So we have a product that can actually help eliminate some of those free radicals in the body, and that's cell energy. Cell energy contains glutathione, resveratrol, and alpha-lipoic acid. And basically, alpha-lipoic acid and glutathione work together. They work together to get rid of those free radicals, okay? And those free radicals are damaged cells. That's what free radicals are in the body. They're considered damaged cells. So when you have those damaged cells in the body caused by smoking, then eventually, you know, there's like a little note on the box of the cigarette saying, okay, this can cause, you know, cancer or whatever the case may be from the Surgeons General, whatever. And that note, you know, warning people, okay, this can cause, you know, health risk or whatever. So by them saying that, okay, the free radicals are occurring and they're coming up in the body because you're putting toxins in your body from the cigarette smoke. So basically that free radical, if it never dies off, then it becomes cancer. You know, so cancer is basically a damaged cell that never dies. So that's how you can actually get cancer from smoking, because the smoking is causing free radicals in the body. But when the free radicals never die, that is when cancer is formed. So what glutathione does, it gets rid of, it takes up that free radical and tells your body to get rid of it. Get it out of here, you know. So the more glutathione you have in your body, the more free radicals you can actually pick up and get rid of to protect those healthy cells that are trying to go throughout your body to help fight, you know, all these different types of sicknesses and diseases. So cell energy is such a powerful product because even when you're sick, it helps boost your immune system. You know, like, I love the cell energy because it's such a powerful product. And the ingredient, you know, knowing the glutathione is like one of the most important antioxidants in the body, we need that. You know, we need it to the utmost, you know, we need it. We really need it. You know, there's no better way to put it, but we have to have it, you know, and with cell energy, we can actually get the glutathione that we need to actually protect ourselves from any damage that's being caused by secondhand smoke, cigarette smoke, you know, the pollution in the environment, anything like that. Also, I want to talk a little bit about menopause. Menopause, basically, when you have reduced estrogen in the body, women, our metabolic rate may decrease. So basically, what is the metabolic rate? It's basically the rate at which the body converts stored energy into working energy. So the things that we eat, some of it is being used for energy, some of it is being stored, you know, for later use. But women, sometimes when we go through menopause or, you know, premenopausal or whatever the case may be, our metabolic rate may decrease to the point where we don't have a lot of energy, you know, we can't go throughout the day. We still feeling fatigue, getting hot flashes, all of those things. But the B Boost can actually help with that because it helps, you know, boost your well, it actually helps boost your energy. You know what I'm saying? It also increases the neurotransmitter function in the brain. So basically, a study shows that hot flashes may have something to do with all of the signals that's occurring in the hypothalamus. The hypothalamus is a region in the brain that regulates body temperature and also the sex hormone. So basically, if that hypothalamus is not getting to correct, responses to the brain, then of course you may have all these issues to the point where now you're having hot flashes. That's where the hot flashes may be occurring. And, basically when that occurs, women, we don't want to be bothered, we just get in our mood swings and all of that. But guess what? We have Super 10, and it contains so many different types of superfoods as well as antioxidants. Well, guess what? The 5-HTP can help with that. And the 5-HTP is in the Super 10 because guess what? It helps the serotonin levels in the brain. So therefore, it actually changes our mood to the point where that will decrease the actual hot flashes that we may have and all the mood swings that we may be having during menopause. All of those things come into play. So this is a very powerful product if you're having issues with that. It's also anti-inflammatory. So if you're having any type of inflammatory disease or anything, cardiovascular disease, high blood pressure, all of those things are caused by a restriction in your arteries, so therefore there's a decrease in flow, which causes your blood pressure to go up. So this is a very, 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 very good product for all of those issues that you may be having. Also, the lack of estrogen may cause the body to raise the starches and the blood sugar, or to use the starches and the blood sugars less effectively. And guess what this can cause? This can actually cause weight gain. So, as we get older women, we may start seeing an increase in weight gain. That may be also caused by, you may be premenopausal or, going through menopause or just getting older. And because our metabolic rate is decreasing and we're not, as active as we used to be, that causes that may cause a lot of weight gain and stored fat and all of these type of issues. But the B-Boost can help with the energy. And then we have the Slim that actually help with the weight loss. So you have the Slim that's helping with the weight loss. It's actually helping you curb your appetite. It's curbing your appetite to the point where you're not overeating, because sometimes we go through things in life and, we're emotional eaters. Oh, and, a lot of people, we snack on things that are not good for us. Last week we talked about sugar and how the effects of sugar is on the body and all of that. And, by consuming all the things that aren't good for us, we're damaging our body in so many different ways. And also we're causing that fat storage, that fat buildup. So what Slim does, it basically, targets that fat storage in your body and tells it to burn that stored fat for energy. And that's how you actually start losing the inches and the weight by this actual product. So this is actually a good product, an awesome product that we have. If anybody's looking to lose weight, meet their fitness goals, whatever the case may be, if they overeat, if they don't eat enough of the right things, all of these things. My thing is, if you want to, pretty much your body is a reflection of what you are, so if you want to look healthy, you have to be healthy. And how can you be healthy? By eating right. You have to eat some of the right things, don't just go and, I'm going to get some, fried chicken and some mashed potatoes and some, macaroni and cheese and some whatever else, a big old pie or whatever the case may be. And guess what? You didn't even factor any type of fiber. I didn't hear anything about any type of greens, any vegetables, anything like that. So you always want to incorporate that, because those green leafy vegetables, that's what's going to help you lose the weight, especially women in our midsection. If you want to lose weight in your midsection, increase your fiber intake, increase your roughage, your dark green leafy vegetables. That's what you want to increase. Increase that, decrease the carbohydrates, decrease that. Stay away from the enriched white flours that we're consuming, because all of those things can decrease and kill your libido. So smoking, consume less caffeine. Sugar plays a major effect on testosterone, in men. And basically what it does, I don't know, like if a lot of men know this, but sugar can decrease testosterone by 25%. That is major. That is something that's just so, because I know a lot of people that drink coffee daily. You know, they're always pouring in their sugar in their coffee. You know, they're always, you know, drinking sodas. All of that. Last week we talked about that. The sodas, the gram, you know, women, 6 teaspoons of sugar a day. You know, men, 9 teaspoons of sugar a day. That's the recommended amount of sugar that you should intake daily. You know, and that's around about, you know, there's 4 grams to every, for every calorie of sugar. So you're taking, if you, for every teaspoon. So even if you have 1 teaspoon, multiply that by 4, that's 4 grams. You know, if you have 4 teaspoons, multiply that by 4, that's 16 grams. You know, so if you're trying to drink a drink, like a soda, and it has, you know, 24 grams of sugar, you know, then that's actually 6 teaspoons right there, ladies. So that one soda with 24 grams of sugar, you've just met your max for the day. And you haven't consumed anything else, because we haven't got into play. We haven't factored in any type of foods that's going to contain sugar. That's just a drink, a beverage alone. So we also have to think about that. You know, I really didn't think about it prior to last week, because I was thinking, oh, I have all this is juice, you know, and even my son, we give him juice. My girls, they drink a lot of water, but, you know, he's 2 and he likes juice all the time, you know, in his cup. So we'll give him juice, but not factoring in, okay, he's a child. And it's me being a grown adult, and I'm a woman, and I'm only supposed to consume 6 teaspoons a day, you know, and this Ocean Spray cranberry grape juice is 36 grams in 1 8-ounce cup. Then my child is consumed well over the amount that he should. You know, so those are the things that we have to start looking at. You know, our sugar intake, that can decrease libido. That can cause so many issues and problems in our body. You know, the food that we eat can either be the safest and most powerful form of medicine, or it can be the slowest form of poison. It's either or. What are you eating? What are you consuming? What are you putting in your body? What are you replenishing your body with after a workout? You know, are you working out and then eating, you know, fast food? Or are you going home and, you know, eating a protein, some baked chicken or some grilled chicken, some asparagus, some greens, some kale, some chard? What are you eating? You know, those are the things that we want to, you know, factor in. You know, when I started changing everything that I ate, at first it was a struggle, because I was like, oh, I have a taste for a hamburger. I have a taste for some fries. I got a taste for some pizza. But guess what? If you put your mind to it, anything's possible. You can do anything that you put your mind to. You know, if you say, okay, I'm going to do this. And if you're hungry, you're going to eat it. That's period, point blank. Like if I was out, and we started like this, okay, we started out, you know, eating right. And after this point, to the point where, okay, it became good to us. Even though I knew it was good for me, I didn't have that acquired taste for it yet. But I made myself eat it because I know it was good for me. My body, that's what my body needed. And eventually I acquired the taste to the point where that's all I want. Those are the things that I want. Those are the things that I crave for, you know, and once you make it a habit, you know, I'm not saying that it's going to be easy starting out, but with anything that you do, you know, it's a process. So if you start out saying, okay, I'm going to put my mind to it, I'm going to do this, you can do it. That's the same way with going out talking to people saying, okay, I'm going to do this. I'm going to talk to however many people. I don't care who it is. We're going to pass these flyers out, pass my cards out, get people's emails, contacts, whatever the case may be. Even yesterday, we were on a business call. My husband was handling some business. He was on the call with a representative. He was like, okay, she was doing something for him, and she had him on hold. She was still there. He was like, do you take vitamins? Just that simple. And she was like, yeah, I actually take B vitamins, such and such, you know, all of this. And then she started going into the problems that she was having. She was having migraines. You know, she was having headaches. Her mom, you know, all of these different things. Her mom was having aches and pains, and, to the point where he was like, have you ever had your vitamin D level checked? She was like, no. Then he was like, okay, hold on. I'm going to let my wife tell you her testimony about getting her vitamin D levels checked. I briefly explained to her it was important for her to get her vitamin D levels checked because I'm 31 years old and I went to the doctor and they didn't order it for me. I had to have it requested that it be ordered. And if I wouldn't have done that, I wouldn't have known that I was vitamin D deficient. So just taking, authority over your health, saying, okay, I need to know what's included in my blood work, and she said she wasn't exactly sure. So, just by giving her that information, she was like, oh, yeah, do you have a website? Can we go to? All of that. You know what I'm saying? Just that simple, just asking that one simple question. Even yesterday, we were at the Red Box getting some movies because it was family night. Lady was there. She was talking to my son, whatever the case may be. I ran back to the car, boom, gave her a couple flyers and my card. These are vitamin sprays. They're 98% absorbent. You can look these over. Just contact me if you have any other questions, concerns. If you'd like to order some, more information about it. And here's a couple more you can pass out to other people that you may know. Just that simple. That's it. So just take the power, take the initiative and say, okay, I can do this. You be the example, in every way. If you're talking to someone about being healthy, staying fit, losing weight, be the example. Look the par, look full of energy, look vibrant. You know what I'm saying? All of that. Give them your testimony, how it has helped you, whatever the case may be. Do whatever it takes. My thing is, you have free marketing out there. There's Facebook, there's Twitter, there's Instagram. There's ways to reach so many people without having to pay anything. Okay, there's so many areas where you can do your free marketing, period, point blank, even to the point where I just fix a random meal, like some salmon steak, some sweet potatoes, some green beans, and some black rice. I put a picture on that on Facebook, and I had a lot of people respond back. And my cousin, guess what? She did some marketing for me. She was like, okay, I need a side of that, the salmon, and I need some Slim, some D, and some Cell Energy. Just that easy. So she knew the power of eating right, exercise, because before that, we told her about the sprays. Before sitting in a meeting, in a presentation, she was like, oh, I'm not into vitamins. I can't take vitamins. I don't like taking stuff. I don't like taking things, medicine or anything like that. Until she sat through our presentation. And now she's on them constantly, to the point where she was like, oh, my goodness. You know what? I was at work today, and I felt like I was wondering why I wasn't, why I was feeling all down and tired and dressed. She was like, I didn't even spray today. I went and sprayed. And so she went and sprayed because she realized she didn't spray that day, to the point where her manager was like, okay, what are you doing? People around her were asking, what are you doing? So be an example. Let people know, it's ways to get the information out there. Just be consistent. You can do it no matter what obstacles you go through, and I'm going to close with this. The body achieves what the mind believes. Thank you, Dr. McDowell.
Wow. Shkina, Dave, thank you once again. And thank you for pointing out, the danger of smoking and the causes and how many lives are lost each year because of smoking, even secondhand smoke, and letting us know, how the vitamin sprays help with that, because what it does is it damages, like you said, what causes cancer? Damaged cells cause cancer. So what do we do about those damaged cells? Well, we take the 10 vitamin sprays. And this is something I hope that everyone heard. She made it so plain and simple. Why did the body get sick? Why did we get cancer? Why did this happen? Why did it happen? Because the body has over trillions of cells, and some of those cells are damaged. And without the vitamin D, without the D boost, without the cell energy, those damaged cells will continue to multiply and spread throughout your body. But with the benefits of the sprays, what do the sprays do? It tells those damaged cells to get out of town. It kicks them out. And thank you for talking about the keto. I know the guys are probably just blowing up on the V-Boost right now. the Shkina is caused from a decrease in circulation. Has a B12, helps your blood flow to circulate more freely. So I know the guys are loving that. And Pastor John, I want to bring you in. Because Pastor, you remember when we went to Detroit, and there was a gentleman there, and he gave his testimony on the beet boost. And I'll let you share what he said about that beet boost. But he was feeling like a mighty mandingo after taking
Yeah. He was on overdrive on his libido for sure.
For sure. But Shkina, great job sharing great information that we have here. You know, when you think about every one of the products that we have that can help turn around a condition in people's lives, help them to not have to use more sugar, help them to, I mean, that, you know, that whole sugar piece is really, really amazing when you think about how much sugar, you know, we do eat. If you calculate all the grams of sugar in everything that we eat, and a lot of things we can't calculate because we're buying processed food or food over the counter and things of that nature, and we don't know how much sugar they put in it. But when you think about that, you know, that everything now is about sugar. I was looking at something the other day where it's talking about that your brain acts to sugar as though it was acting to cocaine. You know, I mean, it's amazing how your brain just starts functioning like you're on drugs. You know, you're on a drug called sugar, and the more and more that we want, if we take that processed sugar, the more and more our body wants it, and it's hard to break it. It's hard to shake it. So we have some great products to help you with that, and it's good bringing those points out again. Thank you. Always good to hear you on Wednesday.
Excellent. It's a wonderful. It's just a joy to hear Shkina and all the great information she brings us. This is very educational because she's teaching us wisely how to use the sprays, and she's telling us every week the benefit, you know, what these sprays are doing. And she's also teaching us wisely how to eat. Because, you know, when you get healthy, you do want to eat, right? You want to, okay, now these sprays are healthy. Now I need to change my eating habits because I want it to work hand in hand. So Shkina Day, thank you so much. And ladies, I know you love the part what she said about the hot flashes. You know, if you're going through menopause and you're dealing with that, look at that. Super 10, the 5-HTP helps with that. They also talked about the weight gain that comes along with menopause. So we have some amazing products in our hands that addresses all these conditions that we're faced with on a daily basis. You have a choice now. You don't have to submit to it. Shkina Day, thank you so much. That was very powerful. Another great call to listen to, family, and get your guests and your prospects to listen to what Shkina shared with us today. Well, let's go out to the UK to Anita Poole, Dr. Anita Poole with our post for today. Dr. Poole, are you there?
I am here. Top of the morning to you, Denise. Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you. How are you?
Good. And that was great information. Thanks so much, Shkina. And, you know, I absolutely agree with all of it, basically. And, you know, the thing is, we have testimonials that show exactly what Shkina was saying. Absolutely, people have benefited. You know, for example, you know, Vicky, she's made videos, she's been on the calls, she's put comments into Facebook letting us know that, you know, she used to suffer really quite badly from hot flashes. You know, obviously having the thalassemia, she, you know, as she grew older, exactly as Shkina says, you know, with us women, as we grow older, decreased estrogen, we put on the weight. If we've got any other conditions, that obviously then, you know, furthers the weight. And that's exactly the cycle that Vicky was in, you know, plus high blood pressure. And when she started taking the TEN sprays, basically her hot flushes stopped, you know, where she absolutely loves Super 10. And obviously she took the B and the D. That helped the thalassemia. That helped the high blood pressure. In fact, she's off her blood pressure medication. We're taking the Slim by 10. I mean, she's got her waist back. She looks absolutely fantastic. She's posted pictures on Facebook. You know, she doesn't have the mood swings. She's got her diet back under control. You know, that's a classic testimonial exactly what Shkina was saying about ladies who have the menopause and extra weight and, various complications as they grow older. We don't need to be taking, obviously, if we're under medical care that is prescribing certain hormonal treatments, then obviously we need to be checking with our doctors and, making sure that we do continue with either a program of treatment that they have for us or discussing our program of treatment and changing our program of treatment accordingly. There's no need to go out and get marketing stuff, and I'm mentioning this because that is exactly what's beginning to happen. There's an industry out there, just like the smoking industry, the tobacco industry actually ruined people's health. There's an industry out there, the food and drink industry. There's now an industry out there that's putting out there supplements with growth hormones, with sex hormones, supposedly to improve libido. That's a very, very dangerous thing. When you take hormones can have other effects that you don't want to have. When you take the TEN natural oral sprays, they contain substances that are naturally in their body. They work to balance the body. They don't have those terrible side effects that, additional things have, and you don't want to be playing around with hormones, taking other additional hormones. So, the moral of the story is stick to natural. And definitely, we really, really need to take note of what Shkina was saying about the smoking industry. In fact, we've even got testimonials of people who've been smoking, who've been able to come off smoking, having been smoking for years and years and years. For example, Jeannie, Brandy, they've actually managed to come off their smoking with the TEN sprays. And, particularly taking the antioxidants, particularly taking the D and B, it's helped them tremendously. So, and smoking, Dale brought up something very, very important there. He mentioned about the liaison with the cocaine, etc. It is a fact that people who take artificial drugs, psychotic drugs, they have an increased incidence of smoking. And often they smoked before they started the drugs. It's the same kind of habit. Having a cigarette is basically a habit. It's not only a mental habit, it not only affects you physiologically, that makes it a habit, but it's actually a mechanical, physical habit. That habit of taking the cigarette to your mouth, having a puff, moving it away, which, years and years ago, in the 1930s, etc., it was considered cool because people did not realize, and the tobacco industry, there have been documentaries and there have been articles that have shown that the tobacco industry actually knew the harmful effects, but sometimes didn't actually put that out. Instead, put out fantastic marketing, cool marketing on the packages, etc., and people were taken in by this cool, hip marketing. Cool, hip marketing is exactly what's out there on every single product nowadays. So it's very important to take notice of, what nutritionists say, what personal trainers say, like Shkina, because then you can literally steer your way through the marketing hype. And there's marketing hype on so much. In fact, the tobacco industry is such a huge industry with so much power that even trying to bring in white packaging for the tobacco industry is proving extremely difficult because of their large lobbying, the big corporates, and of course the taxes the government collect on tobacco, basically. So, nobody wants to be at the mercy of cool, hip marketing. The only way to not be at the mercy of cool, hip marketing that's actually destroying our health, which is partly what some of the processed food and drink that is not natural, at the end of the day, we don't actually have to buy a carton of orange juice. All we need to do is cut up an orange. That orange contains all the stuff that we need, no added sugars, and it contains other vitamins, plus it contains minerals and fiber. So, it's really important to stick to natural, and natural is the TEN sprays, basically. So, we've got it all in our hands, folks, plus we've got the income opportunity. So it's absolutely fantastic here. Let's reap good habits, and let's help other people gain good habits. It's what we do day in and day out that creates a good habit. It takes 90 days to create a good habit, whatever it is you want to achieve, whether it's to come off smoking, whether it's to have more exercise, eat better, use the TEN sprays consistently, sleep better, fresh air. These are all things that are completely natural, that's actually at the core of helping every single disorder that's out there. And by the way, Denise, absolutely incredible testimonial yesterday. Absolutely fantastic call. If you haven't heard Denise's call yesterday, make sure you hear Terry Whitener's recording. It's up on YouTube. It's in the Tenacious Facebook group. Sarcoidosis, which Denise suffered from, is a serious disorder, as Denise described. It's a very inflammatory disorder. You get lumps and granulomas of inflammation throughout the body. It can affect practically every single system, not only just the lungs, but the liver, the kidney, the brain, the bone, the skin, the blood, the digestive system, the eyes, etc. And with sarcoidosis, there is no cure, exactly as Denise said. The treatments that are out there are actually to try and relieve some of the symptoms, to try to relieve some of the complications, because it affects so many different systems, and it can even be life-threatening, because the way it affects your lungs is it can actually produce pulmonary fibrosis, which is scarring tissue in the lungs. And you heard Denise describe how she went through years and years, in fact 25 years of sarcoidosis. Now, it can, in some people, it can remit. Many people do remit within 5 years. Some people remit within 10 years, because the disease just burns itself out. However, those left with it after 10 years, which is what Denise was left with, the longer you have a chronic disorder, the harder it is to get rid of it. Your body just becomes overwhelmed with struggling with a disorder for so long, and that's exactly the situation Denise was in. And to the extent her doctors wanted to consider a lung transplant. So that shows you how close she was to a lot of scar tissue in her lungs. And she described, years of so many different tests, and that's because it affects so many different parts of your body, basically. So the fact that Denise actually went last week and found that she is now sarcoidosis-free after 25 years, and after taking the TEN sprays, and her symptoms were improving gradually over the last year and more with the TEN sprays, to the point that the sarcoidosis has actually remitted now. In the last week, tests have proven it, shows that these TEN sprays are absolutely phenomenal. So folks, don't sit on what you have. It's amazing what you have. Go out there and share it. Robert Collier said, success is the sum of small efforts, repeated day in and day out. That's exactly what Shkina said. Share it day in and day out. The USA, you are incredibly fortunate. You're not just in pre-launch, you're in launch. You have absolutely everything you need. Customer packs, absolutely everything in the back office. So, share it as fast as you can. Thomas Watson said, if you want to achieve excellence, you can get there today. as of this second, quit doing less than excellent work. Do excellent work right now. Zig Ziglar said, people often say that motivation doesn't last. Well, neither does bathing. That's why we recommend it daily. So share it daily, folks. Back to you, Denise.
And we recommend that bathing daily. Thank you, Dr.
And by the way, just a quickie, thanks very much, Kevin, if you're on the line, for covering me a couple of days I couldn't be on last week. And thanks very much for stepping in for me, as well as doing your days as well on the quotes. Back to you, Denise.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I love what you said, do excellent now. Do it now. Do it in 5 seconds. Don't wait another second. Do what you must do, but do it now. Right now, it's so important.
Right.
So, family, look, we're all focused on the 10 extravaganza. Let's get there. Like Pastor Del said yesterday, do whatever you need to do. Beg, borrow, get to Las Vegas. You can sleep in the lobby. You can sleep in the bathtub. You can sleep somewhere on the floor. But get there to the 10 extravaganza from March the 14th. We're only 3 weeks away. You don't want to miss that big event. That is history in the making. The celebration is for you and all that you've done. Don't miss your birthday celebration. This is all about you and what you've done. Right, Kevin?
That's right. So y'all bring somebody with you and get excited, ladies and gentlemen. Woo! Man, incredible.
That's right. Bring somebody with you. Well, Pastor Del, we're getting ready to close out. Do you have any closing remarks, sir?
Closing remarks is don't forget to go to the Nation's website. We just posted another flyer for the rooms there at the Treasure Island Hotel across next door to the Mirage Hotel. The rooms are gone really, really fast. We only have a few rooms left. Get your room. If you don't have a room and you say, all I can do is get to Las Vegas, don't worry about it. Just get to Vegas. You want to get to Vegas. There's going to be a lot of rooms there. We'll have places for you, but get to Vegas.
Yeah.
Get to Vegas, family. Get to Vegas.
That's right.
3 weeks away, Kevin. How are we going to last for 3 weeks, man?
Okay, it's going to be exciting. All I can say is book it, Dano. Book it, Dano. We going to Vegas.
Well, family, thank you for being here today. Shkina, Jay, girls, thank you for all this great wonderful information you bring us every week. You are so much appreciated. And family, don't forget, join Donald Joseph tonight and the West Coast team. There will be a call at 8 o'clock p.m. Pacific Standard Time, so that's 11 o'clock on our end. So if you're up at about 11 o'clock, but sometimes we are, join them on Donald Joseph's call and listen to what's happening on the West Coast. They have a big event that's coming up on the 28th also. So the West Coast is going to do it. The East Coast is doing a big event, Donald Joseph and his team. So join in tonight on the call to get the information for that. And, of course, we're going to be doing it big on the East Coast on the 28th this month as well. So, family, thank you. Great call. Be back again tomorrow morning. And don't forget the 1-year Power 2 Challenge. Keep that before you, family. This is doable. This can be done. You are closer than you realize it. Persist. I tell you, succeed. You can do this 1 month at a time. That's the beauty about it. You can do it 1 month at a time. Help your 2 to get their 2, and on every month. And come January 2016, you are set. You will receive $22,750 monthly residual if you persist and do not quit. Have a no excuse attitude, be determined, be focused, and be disciplined. It will happen. It only takes 1 year. That's the beauty behind it all. You can, you will, you must. You can, you will, you must. Be back tomorrow morning to hear more great things at Team Effort Network. Family, you are loved. You are appreciated. God bless you and have a blessed day on purpose.